Hi there, this is Andrew with CraftyBeetroot.com and welcome to the workshop. Today something special arrived, my plans for Adam Savage's EDC One. About 12 months ago he released a bag using sailcloth and his own design based on an old traditional doctor's bag. And he wanted it to be for an everyday carry, something that you could take with you every day, put a little bit of stuff in it, but it wouldn't be too big and bulky. Well, because of the price of that bag, I wasn't that interested in, even though I liked the idea. But a couple of weeks ago, he actually released the plans, and you could buy these plans and they would be sent out to you, and that's what's in this package. So I believe he is planning to release these online for those of you not based in the United States, but I'm not sure what the current state of that is. So the steps to build this is I'm going to first transfer this to a clear substrate so that I can then transfer it to my fabric. The fabric that I'm going to use for this is a little bit different to the used sailcloth. As much as I love the idea of sailcloth, it's durable, it's waterproof, it's great. I don't have any, and I'm not sure where I would even get just a little bit that I would need for this. So for this build, what I'm going to use instead is canvas. I'm going to use this green canvas and I'm going to wax it. I've never waxed canvas before, so I'm not sure exactly how that's going to turn out, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this canvas and I'm going to wax it just using some paraffin wax. You can use beeswax or any other type. I've got some wax left over designed for waxing traps. Long story, another day. Once I've got it waxed, I'm then going to sew it, hopefully, assuming you can sew waxed fabric as well as you can any other fabric. And then I've got some orange linen lining. I found this nice burnt orange and I thought this was going to look really good offset against the green. And I'm hoping with that waxed canvas, it's going to have this nice used, worn military look to it. So, let's go ahead and start copying out these patterns. Now that we have all the fabric cut out and the patterns ready to go, we're going to go ahead and start sewing it together. Now I'm a little concerned looking at the instructions. They're a little brief and a little bit confusing, but I think we'll be able to figure it out and just piece it together. And the best thing about sewing is that if you mess it up, you can just unpick it and re-sew it. So let's get to the sewing machine. this may be an issue. I think I'm going to have to unpick this. So I thought some of the fabric laid on top, or it went together in a more traditional sense. I didn't realize it would be doubled up on top of each other. So we're going to go ahead and try and unpick it. The good news is that working with this wax cotton has been an absolute dream. This is the first time I've ever sewed with it, and it's actually really cool. It kind of has a cardboard consistency, and it's just a dream when you sew it together. It doesn't slide, it doesn't stick, it's just awesome. I couldn't recommend it more. So let's go ahead and unpick this and try again. So the pattern calls for some spring steel to keep it open, to kind of give it that doctor's bag, so when you open it up you can get into it. I don't have any spring steel. I'm not really sure what I can use. Actually, I've got an idea. And here it is, all finished. Adam Savage's Everyday Carry version 1. Built off of his plans that were supplied. We used waxed cotton on the outside with a linen lining to finish this off. I have to say, when I was making it, the size was sometimes smaller than I was expecting and then bigger, but I think the overall size at the end is quite good. I made myself a nice shoulder strap using pretty much the patterns. So if you're building this yourself, the patterns kind of are a little bit, they're okay. If you've made things before, especially if you've made things like bags or jackets, you're kind of familiar with the trends and the techniques they're using. There are a few little bits that are a little bit different to the way you normally would. Just don't overthink it and kind of think through those steps. I ended up having to redo a whole bunch to get it to work, but I'm happy with how it all worked out in the end. The thing I'm probably most happy with is the patch. So I used an iron-on transfer to get the patch to work out, and I'm extremely happy with that. And I'm actually really happy with the wax cotton. First time I've ever used this in a build. It sews really great. It's a bit of a pain to make, especially when you're in the summer in Oklahoma, but it turned out really great, and I couldn't be happy with how it looks. It gets a really realistic, worn-in military look very quickly without actually doing much. So if you're interested in more builds, go ahead and check out craftybeetroot.com, subscribe to this channel, and on a final note, this is probably going to be my last build in this workshop, so I look forward to the next build wherever that may be. Thanks for watching.